them slider hand tree.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles. And today we're up the mountain in Bellingham. Got a load of logs on here. We got Pizzster's Manac trailer. We got that old 281 351 and the 351 guys from MTG. So looking kind of cool. Got this Northwest Logging and Timber Company skin on there. Not much to it, but pretty simple. Kind of the way they used to do it back when this truck would have been doing the job. And I've seen lots of videos in the Northwest of 351s logging in yellow paint in quite a few different companies. It's kind of neat to watch the way, you know, how it was then and what trucks they were using. And definitely you're going to catch some of these doing the job if you get the video. Now I tried with the trailer they would have been using would have been that sort of pole trailer that Pinga has. I threw it on here and I didn't get a load. It wasn't visible. So I said, oh, to heck with it. Now I'm out of time. So we've got the Manac. We got a load. And, well, we just have to look behind us. Or do we ever anyway? So let's get going. We're heading down to Astoria, to Deep Grove there. So we're pulling a load of logs down the mountain on a company job. We got 355 gears in here. Oh, let's reset Toby here. Oh, geez, that's not so good. 1 second. We need to probably move this way just a bit. Do this a little bit. This a little bit. That should be good. The mirrors look pretty good. Yeah, we're fine. All right, let's roll. Lights. Cameras, you know the rest. Yeah, it's wow, amazingly early for to be getting a video done. It's 4 p.m. and Meg's going to be over in about an hour. Harrison's dropping her off, and he's got stuff to do. The pre-scheduled something to do with bicycling or something or other. Something Meg's not into, so we get Meg. Yay! It's awesome. So excited. Finger isn't doing a whole lot better, but the end of it's still all buggered up. But I can stick my fingers in here and steer from the spoke now because the whole thing isn't sore anymore, just a bit of it. So yay. We're gonna live. Let's see what else happened today. Oh, I did an interesting thing I hadn't mentioned before I was going to have to do. So the kids bought, each of them bought these things they're called a skosh, and S-C-O-S-C-H-E or something like that. And they're two different versions, and they got them in each of the cars. So, like, they don't have their own cars or anything yet. But, well, oh, shoot, that was bad. Meg uses the Jimmy all the time when she's here, and when she was going to university she used it as her own. It's a family vehicle. So anyway, these Skosh things, you plug them into the cigarette socket, the cigarette lighter thing. They don't even call them that anymore. I imagine it's I don't know, power port or something. Anyway, you plug them in and you dial it into the radio station, an FM station that you set up on your Skosh that's not used in your area. And then you can broadcast from your phone over the FM in your vehicle. And it's super handy. And I wanted to, well, for this trip across the prairies, not much for radio. It's like well, to Winnipeg's 1,300 kilometers. 1,100 to Brandon, and precious little to listen to. Oh, shoot. Oh, there we go. We got a gear. So, oh, shoot, we should be thinking about a photo here. Oops, I don't know why I was doing that there. So we got the photo. Anyway, so now my old phone, the one I'm using here as a camera, has a 2.5 millimeter, or what are they? I think 2.5 millimeter jack on it, port. And my AM/FM radio that Bart bought me years ago for the Cadillac it's a replacement. It looks like the original radio, but it has FM and this plug-in that you can plug into your MP3 player or whatever you got. I used to use it on the phone. Well, my new phone doesn't have that feature. Can't plug it in. And so with the Scotia thing, I subscribed to YouTube Music Premium. And now what I can do is just turn my data off so it doesn't download the data. And I can play my playlist. Like I got I think 168 songs in it now, maybe more. So I can listen to that as I go across the prairie. Very cool. Now I just got to get a Scotia of my own. So here's a funny thing. When I rebuilt the Cadillac and I did I had it ripped apart, like the full interior out. That dashboard in those old cars, oh boy, the way they come apart. You don't just build the dashboard and throw it in. The dashboard's assembled in place. And there's, you put in the central brackets and then you start building stuff off it. And there's 852,395 pieces to it. Anyway, and I've had it in and out twice like that. So when I did it the last time, I took it apart again because I wanted to repaint some bits, and I put in air conditioning vents. I took it out so I could get the air conditioner in, because there's no way I could fit the vintage air up underneath and just kind of, by guess and by gosh, I had to rip the dash right out, make the mounts in the firewall and everything. Is very, very limited space in there. Anyway, I put in these 2 ashtrays in the front, and I put USB charging ports, because that was all the rage. USB this, USB that. So today I went out there and I put in in the driver's side ashtray, I put it back to a power socket / cigarette lighter. Now I can put a Scotia in there, so now I got to go buy my own. Oh, come on. Do it again. Get myself out of gear. Wow. So, yeah, pretty cool. Got that done. I sorted out how much octane booster I got to take. I'm going to take enough for 11 tankfuls of fuel. I don't think I'll need it all, but I want to have enough because I can't get 94 octane anywhere I'm going once I leave the province. And I figured out that I can put them out. I need, like I got one of those little vintage retro looking coolers, but I don't want to use it. But I figured that, and I don't want to fill my trunk. I'm going to have a lot of stuff going on this trip, so I got a lot of stuff to put in the trunks. I didn't want to I want to put it in a cooler to keep the stuff cool and contained, because it's stinky. If you spill any on the outside of one of the cans or whatever, it smells pretty bad, so I like to lock it up. So I got another one of those little coolers coming. I'll be able to, just a cheap one off Amazon. So getting there, I started cleaning out the trunk, cleaned up the tools from yesterday, getting that control arm in. Why am I not able to get a gear ever with this thing? I wonder what's happening here. I got 355 gears and I hardly ever use it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll see what we do when we get on the highway. Not usually this much of a putz with the tranny. But yes, I'm really getting down to the wire here. Got to figure out what we're going to do. What else I gotta do? Gotta go get some RainX. Lots of bugs. So what I do is I wash the car pretty good and then put RainX all over the front of it. And then all those freaking enormous dragonflies and everything else that you front end of the car ends up covered in it. Put RainX on the windshield too. And anything that's facing forward. And then when I get to the other end, I can run to the car wash and it all washes off pretty good. That's a little trick if you're gonna go on a trip in the summer with a lot of bugs. RainX. Hey, I got that shift. Gotta remember, this trailer's a lot longer than the one we were gonna pull. So I wanted, I really wanted time to make a bunch of videos to time release over the period that I'm gone, and I just haven't found the time to do it. As it is, I'm just scraping by getting the daily video out at the current moment. And so what I was hoping you guys would do to keep the thing alive while I'm away, because I mean, this channel is, unfortunately, it's not very profitable. There's nothing really there. It pays for some of the groceries and that's it. And if I'm careful, I'll be able to buy an occasional thumb driver or M.2 driver or whatever. It's certainly not covering the big expenses like upgrading the PC or stuff like that. That's all coming out of my poor old pension, which takes a long time to save for that stuff. Anyway, I was thinking if you guys, like, I got like 1,000 some odd videos out there. Maybe watch some of those. Uh-oh, we don't have the brakes to stop for this. Oh, got the brake. Oh, boy. Got the brakes turned down. I was not paying attention. Yeah, so I mean, there's lots out there, and comment, and if you see things or whatever that I used to do that I don't anymore, or if you get ideas, whatever, certainly comment, or if you see old trucks that I haven't driven in a while, kick me in the pants to remember and drive some of those, because I have a ton of mod trucks. I've kind of fallen into a rut of having a handful of favorites that I want to drive all the time. And I end up ignoring so many of them. But you'll see this one more often back in the day. I used to, this for quite a period of time I just couldn't get out of it. And now it's so much better. Like, the glass is amazing. And like I say, where appropriate, when the sun's shining into the interior or whatever, and you get a reflection on the inside of the windshield the way you should, or the way you would, I guess is a better way to put it. do want to thank all of you who do watch regularly. It's really nice to see that. The comments, I've been trying to get at the comments on a daily basis. And what I used to do is I would wait till the end of the day, last thing, and I would do the comments. And, you know, sometimes I would just be bagged and I'm getting the video done, uploaded at midnight, and I just wanted to go to bed, and I'd do that. And then the next day something would happen and it would build up. And then there'd be so many of them that I would just be overwhelmed. And I could only answer some of them. And I would do it, you know, after supper or whenever. And then it became like, you know, just through my own lack of time management skills, a problem. So now what I've decided to do, and I've started over the last 3-4 days, is during the day I'll check, and as they come in, if I'm sitting still for a few minutes, I'll answer it. And so expect to have your comments answered nowadays, because I mean, I'm turning a new leaf. Too fast here, won't get stopped. It'll be an awful wreck. Yeah, I bet you we're gonna have gonna give Meg her, like, we don't eat out too much and or order in. We generally cook, and but tonight with Meg back, there's one thing that she can't get, or, well, I don't know, she hasn't found in Montreal to her satisfaction, and that's Mexican food. And we have a really good Mexican food restaurant not real far from us. It's fantastic. Very authentic. Very good. And I bet you if I give her her option, that's what she's going to say. That's pretty cool. Oh, what else is happening is, now I don't know how this is going to affect tomorrow's live stream, is Megan Harrison and I are going to go see the F1 movie, that VIP experience tomorrow, Saturday, the day you're watching this. You know, I don't know how that's going to play into my schedule tomorrow. I don't think they do the VIP as a matinee, so it'll probably be in the evening, but that'll affect convoy with the independent owner-operators. One way or the other, there'll be a live stream missing tomorrow. Sunday looks like a crappy day, so probably get a chance to live stream on Sunday. And I was kind of thinking, I was toying with the idea of doing a few different things. Maybe a little bit of flight sim, maybe a little bit of farming, maybe a little bit of racing. Just do a little bit of all kinds of stuff. Like I said in the last video, I'm all geared up on the flying thing again. Got the bug. Plus, who knows what's going to happen when I get down to the museum in Brandon. My brother's president of it. And, ooh, they got quite a few flying planes. Pretty sure he'll probably work it up, maybe. Get me up in one, we'll see. But with Oshkosh going on, man, every year I just get the bug. Instead of sitting there having my lunch and watching truck show videos or whatever, I'll watch I like the arrivals best, like I said, because they are most interesting. To me, anyway. Oh, got the call in. Jeez. 63. 102,000. Oh, forgot to signal. Well, it's a gloomy northwest kind of day here. 10:45 in the morning. Yeah, looking forward to the trip. The long-range forecast, like the 10-day, everywhere I'm going looks pretty good. $105,679. Yeah, my buddy Dave was over last night, or well, Wednesday night, helping me put get the diff connected back up to the upper control yoke. It's kind of handy to have two guys doing it, because you can have one guy running the jack to tilt the diff, to rotate it, to get that spherical joint to line up. Because I've done it by myself every time previous, I think 3 times now, for various reasons, and it's the trial and error, and you're getting in and out from under the car to move the jack or whatever. Really nice having a jack man there. So anyway, he kind of dropped a bombshell on me. He said when we get to Brandon, he's going to Brandon with me. He says when we get there, I'm putting a for sale sign on the Dodge. It's 36 Dodge that I've been working on a bunch. What? It turns out he fell in love. He was at Deuce Days in Victoria with some of the other guys in the car club. They drove down. I probably would have went if I had the things I've just done on the KaD done in time. But anyway, he fell in love with a 37 Ford. I guess it's a cabriolet. I don't think it's called a convertible. Open top 37 Ford that was for sale there in Victoria. Geez, he had this Dodge forever. Well, I guess it's like that. Was, you know, I couldn't sell the Cadillac, but I get attached to things. It's not like he wants to feel the breeze in his hair or anything, because he doesn't have too much of it. But, yeah. Knock on wood, but it's been really good and reliable for him now that all the bugs have been worked out of it. He had, the only problem he had going down there was he had a shop in town here doing alignment on it before he went, because well, we changed that rack out from a manual rack to a power rack and changed the tire, you know, new tie rod ends and stuff, and needed an alignment. Took it in for an alignment, and I texted him, how's things going on the first day of their trip. Traveler, second day, they went in 2 days. It's not nearly as far as Brandon, but we're going in 1 day. But it's a little different going across the prairie than through the mountains. Anyway, he said, yeah, going pretty good, except for tire wear. What? I guess that alignment was the pits, and it was just eating the front tires. So he has the same size tires all around. So he swapped the tires front to back and went and got an alignment at a Cal Tire, and all good. That's kind of freaking disappointing. And because I changed the height of the rear end on the KaD, I was half thinking, you know, you got a good deal at the place. I can see why they don't know what they're doing. I was thinking of going to the same place and getting the KaD realigned, because it'll need more caster. Because a bit of the caster came out when I lifted the back end that extra bit to get that drive shaft clearance in the tunnel. But it steers pretty good. We went out for a little rip last night. We were trying to figure out where's it run good, like what are we going to do for cruising speed. And looks like anywhere 70, 75 miles an hour is going to be fine. And it wasn't darting all over the road or anything. It was fine. So I'll just have to keep an eye on. Well, we stand right here. I think so. Oh, yep. So the AC is working good. Really want to find, like, I can't find this. I used to buy this stuff just at Canadian Tire or at auto parts store or wherever. It's called Silicone Emulsion, and came in a little white bottle, kind of narrow and tall, and it had like one of those old sponge brushes, or like not a sponge, well, whatever, a little round brush on the end of a wire. And you brush it on your, ooh, what's going on here? That's a left turn. Didn't look like a left turn on the GPS. But that's what it is. So we're gonna get in the way of that guy. Anyway, and it keeps the, because the KaD's a hard top. And so hard tops, like they're noisy as, you know, you get whistles and leaks and stuff here and there in the older ones. And like I've gone through it all. Like I had it all apart, all the glass out, and everything, windows, doors, everything out of the doors, off the car, windows out of the rear quarter windows, everything. And when I put it back in, I took my time and lined it all up best I could. And I went through it, at least once more since. And yeah, there's certain little whistles or leaks I can't get rid of. And what I used to do is use that silicone emulsion, and it fattens up the seals and conditions the weather stripping. And I haven't been able to find that for a long time. And my seals are a little dry. I'm not going to this place. That's a cool log yard there. Look at all the logs out front. So I see there's spray stuff. I looked on the forums and somebody was talking about things from Honda. I looked and we can't get it locally. So I was thinking, well, I could get the spray stuff, spray it on a rag and wipe it on. Try something. Look at another thing on the GPS where they want us to miss this little thing, go up to the corner and turn. And here's a little piece of road we haven't been on in a long time. Coming down at that entrance right there, on ramp. Enough brakes. Deal with this guy. I guess we're going right the other side of Astoria. Sign said 10. We got 19 to go. Oh, the skin for the Mac R, the Berardinus. That skin is so close to done, but there's a problem. with when you get the chrome back, you know, the chrome headlight surround, like behind your headlights, the trim around it is taking some weird paint. And I don't get it. Why is it doing that? I can't. And so when I look on use the regular XML for the Mac R, not for the R600 with sleeper from dealing, when I look at the usual XML, when you go into accessories, there's 2 of each headlamp. So 2 singles, 2 doubles. If I look in the dealing one, there's only 1 single and 1 double. And I'm thinking there's something missing. So I looked in the XMLs to see if I could figure it out. And I don't see what's going on. Polly's away to Sunday night. I was going to get him to have a look at it. I don't understand what to do. And so I think what'll happen, I'm going to, like, whether we can fix it or not, before I go, I'm going to put the skin out. And then it's a simple matter of figure it out and do an update. Pick out the light if there's one up there. I gotta leave a lot of room for braking here. And we are going to Deep Grove. Oh shoot, it's going to be a left turn up at the other end of town, I think. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. But we got to get outside of town first. I saw that the announcer showed a sneak peek. I haven't watched the video yet, but on their touring mod or whatever it is, the add-on they're going to have where you can drive cars or trucks, pickup trucks around. The guy looks like a 66 Mustang and a newer, possibly 90s Ford F-150, if I'm not mistaken. And that's 2 cars, 2 vehicles, but yeah, the Mustang looks like that could be fun to drive around the map in. Just give it a go. It'd be kind of cool to do a convoy. I wonder if you can, if you'll be able to. Do a convoy of just pedestrians, just go for a road trip. That'd be different, wouldn't it? I imagine they're just going to be automatics. I don't know if you'll be able to shift them or not. We'll see. Nice to have the Mustang with a stick in it. Now, as long as the handling is better than that current thing where you can drive the AI, it's brutal. Got that roundabout coming up. I've been down there for a long time either, that little road. Yeah, here's a reflection in the glass seat. The sun was just for a brief moment. We had some reflections on there. Really nice. She's proper glass. Oh, 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 crap, that's our right turn. Oh, and no brakes. We'll have to pull up here, get out of the way. Put on our four ways. It's over here. What these guys are gonna do? You gonna react to the four ways, or what are they doing? Nope. Oh, there's still a car behind there. I was going to take that space for the trailer. Guess I'll stop right there. Oops, I turned the wheels out of the way. Should be right around the corner up here. I don't know how's the motion. Nah, it's jerky. I rebooted the phone twice before the video. So disappointing, this thing. Well, so I saved up what I hope is enough. Well, it should be more than enough to do this trip. And I think when I come back, depending what I got left over and plans bar pass for any of it, I got to see about doing something about this over-the-shoulder thing. That's the other guys who do videos and stream and stuff. What do you use for over-the-shoulder cameras? Glad I got my finger working again. The adjacent fingers to the mushed one are working good for the steering now. Oh, that was right as advertised, 293. Wow. Cool. Oh, look at the mileage, 40 gallons consumed. Sweet. For 63,000 pounds and only 625 horsepower. Maybe that was it. Lower horsepower engine. Then, you know, if you had an 805 or whatever. But it depends on how that goes. Northwest Logging and Timber Company. That's where we are. Got the hood sides off for the logging look. Cool detail on the engine. It's looking good. Well, as always, guys, really appreciate you following along, and really hope we can get together later in the live stream. And failing that, we will catch you guys when we can. There'll be a few more videos coming out, and then we're out of here. So your last video will be Wednesday morning, I guess. And once again, you know, there's lots out there. I got a lot of entertainment out there if you want to look for it. Or do you guys want me to republish some? I wonder if I can just put a link to one and publish that link. Anyway, we have time to discuss it before I go. So yeah, once again, take care, and we'll catch you later. Bye for now.